Today could go any of two ways. It could be the season finale for everything here in the third season. Alternatively, we could yet have a European final special yet to come. It depends, really, how this second leg goes against Atalanta. Obviously, we were not great in the first leg yesterday. A 3-1 defeat away from home in Italy and only a 1-1 draw and a 0-0 draw in the Premier League leave us in a precarious position in European stakes. Not sure how that one... not confident, basically, is where I am with that second leg against... wow, RZ held AC Milan to a 3-3 draw at San Siro. I know that was me wanting RZ. Atalanta certainly a strong side. We are stronger, but they were great at home. The league title went yesterday, but that's been expected for a few episodes now. The top four... If we beat Millwall, I'm pretty sure we've done it with 2 games to spare. But we do still have Wolves, who are a bit of a bogey team, but 16th. And Tottenham, who are one of the sides that... Actually, Tottenham can't catch us now. Tottenham just straight up can't catch us. They're 7 points behind and they've only got 6 points available. So... Top 4 is pretty much nailed on, with Millwall being the fixture that we have first. So I don't know whether to sim Millwall, which would then mean that Wolves and Spurs are null and void. We wouldn't really need to play them. Or whether to play Millwall and guarantee top 4, and then still probably end up simming Wolves and Tottenham. I don't know. Obviously, I could play Millwall and lose it, but it's very, very unlikely, isn't it, at this particular moment in time. Thank you to Sleep, to Callum and to Ryan for the support on the board behind me. Very much appreciated. One game at a time, I think, is probably the way. Let's see, are they playing a different side? No, that is the exact same 11 that played against us in the first leg. Understandable. They were the better team. We were not at it in the last episode. However, I still feel like I want to play the same 11. So I'm going to do that. And this time, might be the sign of insanity, doing the same thing multiple times and expecting a different result, but we could very much do with a different result, please. Jack Clark has 7 goals in the UECL and is the top goal scorer. That I was not aware of. Well, if you could score some more today, pal, we'd love it. Kolasinac into Fofana. We need a European night of all European nights here at Elland Road if we are to overcome Atalanta. They got a 3-0 win against Liverpool in real life in the Europa League. They got a 3-1 win over us here. And quite frankly, so far in this second leg, they've been pretty untouchable when they've got the ball in their possession as well. But we won it back there. And Jack Clark has Milan Van Ewijk arriving on the overlap now. And Milan is caught in a straight line by an ageing Kolasinac. One calls BS on that, mate. Although Ben White did just out-accelerate Salvio, so... Oh, and then completely balls the pass up. So maybe we've levelled it up for BS pace to BS pace. Brad Breakwell, unbelievable footwork from him to get in the box like that. And they very nearly added a 4th to the aggregate score there. Hit their hand, thankfully. Somerville will look to dance around Anderson Talisca. That is not so easily done, evidently. Well, it could have been 4-1 on the night. Let's ensure that doesn't happen, please. Van Ewijk again looking to get in behind. This time we'll play the pass so that... Whoa! Bloody hell! So that Kolasinac can't win a straight foot race. This is getting feisty already here. Tini Ruter with a 1-2. And Purdue to Jack Clark. Van Ewijk on the run again. And onside. Dear Sayad, piss off. I'm not going to win a header there, am I? But Hien can only head it behind. Oh, look at the spin on it. For a bloody throw-in, not a corner. How lucky is that for them? Martin's going to come short. And inside to Ampadu. And along to Jack Clark. And Jack Clark. And Jack Clark! That was going a long way wide. And he beat Savio. Yes. Delivered. Ruter is there. Cleared away. 20 minutes. 0-0. Still, we're headed out of this competition. You need 2 goals to take it to extra time. I could only muster 1 in the first leg. Only muster 1 goal against City as well. Oh, the keeper committed. Ben White will clear. Win that, Joel. Good lad. Win that. Savio does. It's our throw, is it? What is the foul there, then? Some sort of next level BS handball, I think. Come on now. I wish the handball... Like, I like having the handball rule on because it's realistic. But I do wish that it got some of the handball decisions a bit more correct. Come on, Milan van Eyck. Yes! That's not a handball. We've scored. The ball's out of play. Milan van Eyck picks it up, rushes it back to the centre circle. Go again, lads. We need more. Come on. Gimme. No. I know what you want to do, Anderson. Oh, Martin's legs aren't long enough. Alison Talisca with support. Gianluca Scamacca, one of their goal scorers from the first leg. No, you don't. Ah! Oh, lovely. Javier Vieira, that's superb. And Savio. Oh! How? Get out! That was sheer panic. Just nothing other than spamming buttons in the box. Holy moly, Melier, if you're going to come for it, bloody get it, son. 1-0 up, but still 3-2 down at the same time. 45 minutes or so between ourselves and, at present, European elimination. Breakwell has the options out wide. He could instead turn central, and Scamacca has his shot blocked well by Strauch. And Ben White will calmly loft that away. We are up against it here at home. But we have the quality in the team. We have the faith in the players we have on the pitch to do the job. Gini Ruter's left foot has not been that faithful of late. It's normally actually his weaker right side that he stands a better chance of scoring on, but goalkeeper makes the save there. Peru was just offside. Somerville with a little bit of trickery to try and find the space. Great delivery. Jack Clark, terrible shot. Oh my lord. It was effectively a squared pass across the box. It was that bad an effort. Gini, Ruter this time inside the post. Archie Gray. Oh my god. Well, we're getting there. We're knocking on the bloody door. And still, it won't open. Van Eyck's done it once. Could Van Eyck do it again? Nearly. Goes to ground. Nothing given. Oh, and anywhere will do for Alban Lafont. How have we not scored? Oh. Archie Gray. Ampadu. Oh, Gini was in a good spot. He still is. Ruter. Found well. Clark's here. That was meant for Ampadu. Bugger. Somerville. Peru. Peru. Offside. Oh, we do find the second goal. It doesn't count. We'll have to do it again. Is that going to fall for me? Yes. Somerville. Martson forward this time. And Somerville's there. And Somerville beats his man. Somerville! Lafont again. Kolasinac off for them. This is all-out Leeds United attack at the moment. Brilliant header by Ben White. Even better save down low by Lafont. Somerville delivers again. Peru's up this time. Foul in their favour. Must have hit Peru's hand. And they will play away. Ugh. Still we push for the goal to send us to at least extra time. It's loose from Talisca. And Martson finds Somerville. Somerville finds Gray. Gray finds Peru. That's more like it. Go and get it again. Back to the halfway line. It's 3-3 on aggregate. Back in the game. Jack Clark's in the way. Ah, wrong way to go, Ches. Wrong way to go. Savio with the pace to get away. It was that pace that scored their third goal for them in the last leg. Talisca's header's over the top of the bar. In the 88th minute, they could have sealed their fate. And my own. They did not. Brad Breakwell off here for them. And on in his place comes their number 10, who is a player I don't recognise Brian Gruder. Never underestimate a man you know nothing about. I've learned that lesson numerous times throughout the course of various different career modes. If you've not heard of him, say nothing. Tini Ruter we've heard of. And Alban Lafont we have too. The last action of the game here at Ellen Road, inside 90 minutes that is. And it's dominated by their French goalkeeper. The Italians needed to be strong defensively. They weren't. But they were strong enough to ensure they're still in the tie. 30 more minutes. Talisca is going long. Anderson Talisca. Good delivery. Dangerous. How is that a clearance? How is that a clearance? Thankfully, defensive teammates on hands to ensure that they didn't score. But my lord, I would have been furious had they done so. Jack Clark, well, go to Peru. Going to Van Evite when Joel Peru's available to do that! Big Joe does it again! What a finish on the left foot! From 3-1 down to 4-3 up on aggregate. Leeds United with an Ellen Road special in a European semi-final. Lovely, beautiful, strong strike into the top left-hand corner. Shot power too much for Alban Lafont. Almost a Shearer-esque celebration, wasn't it, running away with his hand up like that? Javier Vieira. Now then, do I make changes to try and put some fresh legs on the pitch, or do I not upset the apple cart and leave everybody that's on, because we know so far they've been good enough to do the job? Skamaka and Gruder. Back nicely to Hatterboer. Blocked. Anywhere will do. Half time and extra time. Advantage Leeds. Fabio Vieira and Fofana. Expecting, well, I was nope. Expecting some strong Atalanta pressure now. But if we can ride it out, then what? We'll face either RZ or AC Milan. AC Milan, what in the world? AC Milan are favourites on paper, but RZ went to San Siro and grabbed a draw. So you can't actually really call the second leg there. At least we lost our away leg. We are winning our home by 3-0. And maybe more. Jack Clark is in. And maybe more. Jack Clark seals the deal. Leeds United will go to a European final. We will face either the Dutch or more Italians. And I'm certainly hoping it's the Dutch, because I'm about done with Italians. Atalanta have been sensational, but in this second leg, they just haven't quite had the gas to get it over the line. It's one hell of a turnaround. Leeds United 4 in the 104th minute. Jack Clark, no, 119th minute. It was 104th minute when we made it 3. 5-3 on aggregate. We are going to a European Cup final. And we could, with said European Cup final, guarantee a Europa League spot for next season if we win it. But we hope to already have a Champions League spot assured via a league finish. We'll go and assure that now. That was one hell of a second leg. Doing Jack Charlton proud there. And in the other second leg, eventually, the quality showed through. AC Milan 3, RZ 1. A 6-4 and a 5-3. European football delivering, just as it has done in real life in recent couple of weeks, with the quality of football available and the amount of goals on show as well. As we advance towards the game against Millwall, Have anyone else played their games? They have indeed. The gap to Liverpool is 4 points. They currently sit in that 5th spot. So continually a win against Millwall doesn't necessarily actually guarantee it unless others drop points. So we will sim the Millwall one and we will play the one against Wolves, and then hopefully we'll be in a position to just sim Spurs. Millwall 20th, but they've got 2 wins in their last 5 games. Well done for that. We beat them 5-0 earlier this season. I'm going to rotate the side because I want my stronger players available for Wolves and Spurs, but we should still very much be able to get 3 points in this next fixture, please. Thank you very much. And from this quick fixture, it is indeed a victory again. 3 goals as it was the case last time against Millwall, although not all our own way. Jack Clark and Pascal Struijk giving us the advantage and the goals. Liverpool win 2-1 against Chelsea, so the Champions League fight does move on to another day and another game weekend. Spurs now in 5th. Actually, does it? Spurs have played... No, it doesn't. That's Champions League football. With Arsenal and Liverpool still able to catch me, but Tottenham continually just throwing points away. We are officially Champions League for next season. So we can sim Tottenham and sim Wolves and know that we will finish in... Oh God, that's ages away. We'll finish in the top 4. If I sim this one and then it closes, then I'll play Tottenham to guarantee it. But this should be good enough to just guarantee top 4. We can have the final in today's episode. 17th place in the league, lost 4 of their last 5, Wolverhampton Wanderers. You saw how tight the league was earlier on. I think it was in this episode I showed it, how, it might even have been the last one, how tight the league campaign picture looked. We have a draw here against Wolves. Scott McTominay grabs a last gasp equaliser, although Arsenal have lost to West Ham there, so that's huge for them. That's us definitely finishing above Arsenal. And Liverpool have lost as well. Liverpool lose again, this time to Newcastle at home. So we're guaranteed 2nd place in the league. Arsenal, Liverpool and Spurs complete and utter bottle jobs. They've thrown it all away. Arsenal and Liverpool obviously still get the Champions League football, so they've not... Actually, not guaranteed. If Liverpool lose again on the final day and Spurs beat me, Spurs will go into the Champions League at the expense of Liverpool. And Liverpool have Manchester City at home on the final day, so it may well not go their way. At the bottom end of the table, Wolves' point against me isn't enough to stop them from falling back into the relegation zone. And with 1 game to go, 1 of 5 clubs could still go down. Brighton have Brentford, 14th place 16th in the Premier League. Wolves have Arsenal, that's not great for them. Everton have Sheffield United, so that's winnable certainly. And Fulham have Leicester, which is a difficult game but not impossible. Winnable certainly. Wolves, the side in the relegation zone, actually have the most difficult tie, so you imagine that Wolves will still go down. As we advance towards the game against Tottenham Hotspur, Bruno Teixeira is telling me he wants to go somewhere else. Are you any good, Bruno Teixeira? 62 rated, potential of 80 to 86. All right, we will promote you and call you up. But I don't usually like players whinging at me. So then, on the final day, who does what? Tottenham, Son, Griezmann, Kulusevski, Divine, Maddison, Guido Rodriguez, Schlotterbeck, Tanganga, Pedro Porro, Stupinian, and Vicario. I'll be honest, I'm quite happy to not be playing against Vicario. Or quick sim Spurs will lose to Spurs by 2-1. So what happened to Liverpool against Manchester City? Have Tottenham just snuck into the top 4? They have done, because Liverpool lose 4-2 at home to Manchester City, and Liverpool have lost 3 games in a row and fall out of the top 4. 5th for Liverpool this year. Goal difference sees Spurs finish 4th. Arsenal 3rd and ourselves in 2nd. Manchester City with a massive 93-point total. At the bottom end of the table, Wolves lost. Everton lost. Fulham won to get themselves above Everton. Brentford and Brentford played... Oh, no, sorry. I was looking at on the right-hand side there, but Everton must have lost as well. Brentford drew with Brighton, so they drew 2-2. Everton drew, so they go to 36. And Wolves lost to Arsenal, so yes, they stay down. Okay, well, that's how the Premier League season ends, but there's still one game left to go. 176 million added to the kitty for next season. Thank you very much. Right then, wasn't expecting this to come today. Was hoping that it would still come, though, because after that first leg defeat to Atalanta, I wasn't guaranteed to get through to the final. But we are now headed to Sanderson Park. Unfortunately, not a real-life stadium allotted for the Europa Conference League final. But to Sanderson Park we head then for AC Milan in Europe in the final. The AC Milan side that stands in our way. Rafael Leao, Kolo Muani and Chukwueze a front three. Pretty good. Gravenberch, Reinders and Benacer in midfield. Pretty bloody good. Theo Hernandez, Inacio, Gabriel and Teresiano. Don't know much about Teresiano, but the other three, pretty bloody good. And Mike Maignan, pretty bloody good. Pulisic, Okafor, Correa, Pobega, Acuna, Gabbia and Sportiello, the backup goalkeeper, on the bench for AC Milan then. We'll be at full strength. We'll play in our white kit. They can play in their home kit. I'm pretty comfortable for them to play in their traditional red and black stripes with the black shorts and black socks. We're playing at Sanderson Park, but chat reliably informs me that if there are red and white nets, then technically this is actually being played at the Allianz Arena with Bayern Munich's ground. We'll find out in due course. Would ordinarily put the suit on for the final. Went to a wedding at the weekend. Suit's in the wash. So I'm wearing my Leeds United kit. Apologies for no suit. Hopefully we're not apologising come the end of 90 minutes because we've won a trophy. Well, here we go then. Leeds United versus AC Milan. Wait and see if the nets are red and white. Oh, given straight to Somerville. Popped up and hit him on the arm, though, unfortunately. Crowd is loud here in these early stages. AC Milan apparently can't help but gift possession back to me, though, whenever they have the opportunity to. Rafael Leao. Nice tackle by Ben White. Nicely poked through there to Ethan Ampadu as well. We know that actually AC Milan might be a little bit vulnerable because they drew 3-3 with AZ Alkmaar in the first leg of the semi-final. So they can be gotten at by a lesser side. Haven't seen the ratings, might actually look at the ratings, but you would imagine that this Leeds side are the lesser side in terms of match rating. It might be quite close in most areas, but we certainly don't have a 90 rated goalkeeper or 91 rated left winger, do we? Maignan. Teresiano's 80, Gabriel 86, Inacio 84, Theo Hernandez 88. Jesus Christ, Ismail Benacer is 89, Gravenberch 86, Tijani Reinders is 82, Samuel Chukwueze 86, Kolo Muani 86, and Rafael Leao 91. Oh, yikes. They are indeed the strongest 11. We're not bad. We're Europa Conference League level. AC Milan are a bit better than that. This might be quite difficult. Even if we do lose, depending on the manner of the defeat, I don't think I might need to apologise, even if we don't end up winning this tie. Rafael Leao finds Gravenberch. Meslier! Oh! I was hammering B for clear the ball with my defender, and he didn't do anything, and Meslier just stood there as well, and for a moment, I thought he was just going to roll over the line. Panic over. It didn't. Still 0-0. Christ. Challenge Ethan Ampadu. Jack Clark races onto it. Not going to have Theo Hernandez for pace, but if we can outnumber him here, then we will be able to get him out of position. Jack Clark looking for Piru. That hit Inacio's hand. I'd probably rather take a corner, to be honest, but Ruter is on the free kick. We'll give it to Crescencio Somerville to chip into the middle, and hopefully there'll be a Leeds United man on the end of it. There was. It just didn't go anywhere near the goal. Uh-oh. I tried to play a first-time pass there. I didn't get it. Benacer does me. And again, just tried to stop him from playing the through ball to Leao, to be honest. Still they come forward. Or was it Colin Moani? It was one of the two. Regardless. Oh, God, this is getting a bit stretched and end-to-end already, isn't it? Van Ewijk. Theo trying to catch him on his heels, but he's not to be caught on his heels. He's just a bit better than me, Theo Hernandez. But his teammate's giving it away there. And still they might be in trouble. Milan Van Ewijk. Oh, Theo Hernandez commits and doesn't get there. Oh, neither does my pass. Deary me. 22 minutes of non-stop action at the start of this European final. Given the way the semi-final went, did you expect anything less? Colin Moani in and on goal. And Meslier saves. What a strike. Well, under pressure. Coming up with a high-quality finish. Theo understandably getting a yellow card for that challenge a moment ago. I'm going to run out of breath in a minute. Ethan Ampadu heads clear. Tijani Reinders recovers possession. And AC Milan now look for a way through once more. From open play, perhaps. Theo Hernandez on the opposite side to the field to which he's normally found. And you imagine to which he's most comfortable. He does find a teammate. Teresiano finds Benacer. Colin Moani. Ben White in the way. Trying to play that back to the goalkeeper just to get rid of it. And Ewijk. And Ampadu. Alright, chill, Raphael. Christ. Trying to murder me. Somerville. Go to Peru first. Back to Somerville again. Teresiano, I don't know if he's quick or not. Not many will be as quick or close to Somerville. But they might be quick enough. Jack Clark played him round the corner. Theo has to be careful now on that yellow card. Archie Gray, how very fitting it would be if he were the man to score the winning goal for Leeds United in a European Cup final. Calm down, Rafael Leao, with your little back heels, will you? Theo's run offside, but Rafael Leao is going to be uncatchable. Thankfully, the shot is not unsavable. He had the pace to get closer in on goal there. He should have taken it. Closer in on goal. Tried the long shot. Bad decision. Meslier saves again. 37th minute. Another AC Milan corner. Another AC Milan corner. Pressure building. Are they going to go short this time? Yes. Leao to Samuel Chukwueze. And Ampadu's across and gets it away. And you know what? I'm just going to hoof it. I tried to just put as much power behind it as I could there and get it well away. As it happens, it ended up going straight to Joel Peru. Crescencio Somerville counter-attack. What a through ball. Gini Ruter. Gini Ruter. Gini! Mike Magnon. Bit good. 90 rated goalkeeper. Going to take a bit more than that to beat him today. My ears are bleeding with the sound of this crowd. Ben White. Teresiano on the line. So close. Keeper beaten. Defender. There on the post. It's a fall to Ampadu. We'll get it out wide again quickly. Somerville will try again. It's a decent ball. It's headed away by Teresiano, who foils me for a second time. It wouldn't let me change bloody player there to a man that was closer to it. And I'm not going to get to it. Nearly at half-time here. Worried about the counter-attack. Really worried about the counter-attack. Gravenberg. We've won it back. Now they're worried about the counter-attack. Is there time for it? No. Is there time for one more for them? Oh my God, please, give me a rest. My poor throat is going to explode. Get out. That'll be half-time at 0-0. Well, at half-time, that has been, as you might well imagine, as I've alluded to a few times, a breathless game of football. Nothing to split the sides so far. Possession, barely anything in it. Shots taken, barely anything in it. Their XG is significantly higher than ours. Shot accuracy is 100% as well. Mine is not quite so good, but so far nobody scored. And whilst nobody scored, we're still in it against the giants of AC Milan. One of Europe's most winningest sides. And Teresiano is a yellow card away from getting himself sent off. Both fullbacks now for AC Milan at risk of not finishing the fixture. Martson will whip this. Oh. God, the fans are just electric here. All Leeds aren't we, all Leeds aren't we. And AC Milan ringing out around this fake arena. Jack Clark to Gini Ruter. There is room for Crescencio Somerville. Peru's on the run. think he just drifted offside by the time I found him. But the referee's going to allow play to continue on here. Maybe he wasn't offside. Doesn't matter, he's not got the ball anymore anyway, because Crescencio Somerville was nowhere near that. I could lunge in, I won't. Teresiano on the yellow card. But away now, down the right-hand side, floats it. Ben White's underneath it. Somerville's going to have to win this. He can't. Colin Mawani's there. Martson with a diving header. It's going to fall kindly for me. Oh my God. It's end-to-end again. Throat's going to be red raw by the end of this. Somerville. Martson's coming. His last cross was pretty rubbish. We'll try and play it on the floor. Gini Ruter dribbling, dribbling, dribbling. Finding Ethan Ampadu. No. Chukwueze is rapid. Really, really, really bloody quick. Crossing's not quite so good though. Ruter brings it down. Benasser. Good block. Comfortable save. 25 minutes to go. Otherwise we're in extra time again for the second time today. Archie Gray. And Strauch. And Archie Gray again. Adam Wojciech is off the bench now in the cam spot. But Jack Clark's the man in. Jack Clark against Mike Magnon. Gonzalo Inacio doesn't even allow him to try and take on the goalkeeper because he's put in a great block to the effort. Chukwueze with a through ball. Gravenberch has the option out wide. He's elected to go through the middle and Milan Van Evite will get there. Can he? Someone handballed that. Can Ethan Ampadu get there was what I was trying to say. Yes. Teo Hernandez used an arm. Second yellow ref for handball. Wojciech, as we mentioned, on for Gini Ruter now. Archie Gray, trying to squeeze it round the corner. Didn't work. Ampadu did get a toe on that. Don't overcommit, Ches. Here comes Teo Hernandez. Pace, danger, scary. Tajani Reinders, Ryan Gravenberch, tackled by Archie Gray. Jack Clark's away again. Teo's there again. Still it comes back towards the Leeds United goal. Slowly this time, but still. Oh, God, can you imagine? Panese, Inacio, Teo Hernandez. Good block. Oh, Christ, it's a corner. Or is it a free kick for handball? I mean, free kick for handball. It's a free kick for handball. Colin Mawani off. Oh, no. Ryan Gravenberch. 87th minute. AC Milan 1. Leeds United 0. Textbook header. Down into the ground. Makes it so difficult for the goalkeeper to try and keep out. Which he couldn't. Beating Archie Gray, I think, in the air there. And it bounced next to Mellier's feet. As it looks next to his feet. Oh, he's so close to keeping that out. I think we might just have lost the Europa Conference League final. Or have we? Fares Taibi racing away. Needs the support though. Is arriving. Benasser. Gravenberch, 2 minutes added on. Chukwueze's in behind and gone. As are our hopes of anything from this game. Gravenberch in the box. Van Evite. Gravenberch again. That'll be game. That'll be game. One step too far. That AC Milan side, however, were, on paper, better than us. And would have been favourites heading into the tie. It took them nearly the full game to finally make the breakthrough against us. But ultimately, their quality did show. It's very rare that in the Europa Conference League, if you get to the final, that you're going to play a side as good as that AC Milan team. Any other year in this competition, and we'd have breezed a comfortable final. That was anything but. In the end, the match facts read Most importantly, AC Milan 1, Leeds United 0, despite the fact we had more shots, despite the fact we tackled them a hell of a lot more. They edged possession, they edged the scoreline, and unfortunately, we do not have a European trophy this season. We got to the FA Cup final last year. We lost it to Wolves. We got to the Europa Conference League final this year. Less embarrassingly, we've lost it to AC Milan. Let's go and have a full season roundup, and then we can start to contemplate what exactly we might be doing in Season 4, when we will go for a domestic treble and potentially the quadruple as well. So then how did everything go down in all of the competitions we were involved in this year? And of course, how did the squad grow? What are our potential plans for next season? We'll have a look and see who we may well be facing in the Champions League next year as well, by looking at some of the other bigger leagues around Europe. Manchester City, as you know, won the Premier League this year. We finished second, and both North London clubs make it in at Liverpool's expense, of course, in dramatic circumstances on the final Premier League day. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Southampton and Millwall will drop to the Championship. City did the double. They won the FA Cup as well. Arsenal were able to win the Carabao Cup, however. The European Super Cup was won by PSG over Rangers, unsurprisingly. Napoli won the Champions League in an all-Italian final there. The Europa League was won on penalties in an all-Spanish final by Villarreal over Athletic Club de Bilbao. And the Europa Conference League final, you kind of know what happened in that one. In the Men's International Cup, Italy currently top of their group, Ukraine top of theirs, England top of theirs, Netherlands top of theirs, Ireland and United States top of a group after 2 games played, ahead of Spain and Poland. Ireland 2, Spain 1. USA 2, Spain 1. Jeez Louise. Argentina top of their group with France and Belgium third and fourth. Iceland have been able to pick up a victory against France. Well, the World Cup's providing shocks, isn't it? With regards to the other larger leagues around Europe, we'll have a quick look at those first before we have a look at the top goal scorers, etc. Coming up from the Championship to join us in the Premier League will be Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest once more, and then one of Burnley, Middlesbrough, Watford and Norwich. Relegated down to the 3rd tier in England by a margin, actually, will be Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth Argyle and Blackpool. Promoted, Portsmouth and Huddersfield back to the Championship, just as that is the case in real life for Portsmouth as well. Although not yet assured, I don't think, because they drew with Bolton at the weekend, didn't they? But it's going to happen. Charlton, Wigan, Bolton and Peterborough in the playoffs. Cambridge survive. Good. Northampton, Leyton Orient, Barrow, who look like they might get promoted in real life as well to League One, and Shrewsbury back down to League Two. Stevenage, Port Vale and Reading up to League One. Reading went down in this save. Cheltenham, Fleetwood, Forest Green Rovers and Doncaster Rovers. So 2 towns and 2 Rovers in the playoffs for League Two. And were it on the game going down to the National League would be Accrington Stanley and Newport County in League. It's PSG who will join us in the Champions League, as well as Marseille and Stade Rennais. Monaco in the Europa League, Lens in the Conference League, and nothing for Lyon, which is a big turn up for the Bucks. In the Bundesliga, no surprises, in this save at least, but Bayern Munich win the league. Leverkusen have sealed that fate in real life. We'll wait and see if they do a complete undefeated season. Borussia Dortmund and Leipzig will join them in the Champions League next season. Frankfurt miss out on the top tier of European football by a single point. Union Berlin, my former side, in 6th place there. In Serie A, it's Fiorentina? When was the last time Fiorentina won Serie A? Christ, get your Gabriel Batistuta out. Napoli 2nd, Juventus 3rd and AC Milan 4th. So Milan will be in the Champions League, as will we, despite the fact Milan won the Europa Conference League. Roma in the Europa Conference League. Roma in the Europa League. Inter in the Europa Conference League. But maybe because AC Milan won the Europa Conference League, Inter will get a Europa League spot. I really don't know quite how that's going to work there, actually. In the Eredivisie, Feyenoord win the league from FC24, PSV 3rd, Ajax only 5th. No European football for Ajax next season. In the Portuguese league, it's Benfica from Porto, from Braga, from Sporting. Sporting a full 29 points off the top of the table. In the SPL, Rangers from Aberdeen, Celtic 4th. Some big shocks around Europe this year. Real Madrid from Barcelona. No real big shocks there, although it was very, very tight. And Atleti 3rd, Sevilla in 4th. That is how we end in those competitions. With regards player stats, top goal scorer this year, Rodrigo at Manchester City with 25. Griezmann and Heung-min Son for Tottenham, 23 apiece. Erling Haaland there with 23 as well. Our very own Joel Peru with 20. Any other Leeds players on that list? Yes. Crescencio Somerville with 11. Creatively, Ruter with 10 assists comes second. I am surprised. Jack Clark with 6. Down in 14th. Scott. Wow, Alex Scott got 6 assists. Well done, mate. Fair play to him for that. And Adam Hložek, 5 assists as well, despite limited football. So GG's for that. With regards to Golden Boot, not Golden Boot, clean sheet, the Golden Glove. Yes, Isla Melier, for the 2nd year in a row, wins the Golden Glove in the Premier League. And we expect, hopefully, that to be the case next year as we go for the Premier League title. But we are going to have to improve to stand a chance of winning that Premier League title, aren't we? Because our players might well be decently rated in most positions, but there is room for improvement. The expectation at the moment would be maybe to move Ampadu to centre-back and sign a world-class CDM. Maybe someone like that 89 rated Ismail Benacer in the last episode. We'll wait and see. Strelk currently captain, but only 81 rated. I think Ampadu might take the captain's armband off him and drop him to the bench. We can obviously improve in the quality in depth that we have. Nicola Pepe will leave us. Patrick Bamford is going to leave us as well at the end of the season. We've got plenty of areas and hopefully plenty of finances that we could improve in for next season. I'll give you a quick rundown of who's grown in what way this year. You can see that almost everybody has peaked at the moment, so we'll be curious to know what that looks like next season and see who opens up their potential with dynamic potential and who remains peaked. Melier 85. If he doesn't unlock more potential with dynamic potential, then we might consider a higher rated goalkeeper. Might. Martson 83 at left back is certainly very good, but could be improved upon if he doesn't open up that potential. You imagine at 24 years of age, though, he will. Ben Davies will leave us. Joe Rodon is good enough as a backup. Ben White 86, peaked now, but potentially could grow further. Strauch peaked, potentially could grow further, but not sure how much I expect him to. Cresswell not peaked, curiously, and at 79 rated will be into their 80s very soon. Currently on the one development plan that will see him get to that rating sooner rather than later. Van Eyck at 83 rated, very good, but peaked, only grew 1 this year. Maybe we improve there as well. Obviously, we have to make sure we've got the finances to be able to deal with all of this. We could maybe sell someone like Cody Drama to fund a replacement for Van Eyck in the starting lineup. We could sell Ben Davies to fund a replacement for Ian Martson if we need to. Obviously, we expect a decent financial bit of clout to come our way next year as well. We may even find ourselves selling a centre-back. Maybe I sell Joe Rodon. Cresswell becomes the go-to second highest centre-back, or third highest centre-back, sorry. And Ampadu, as we drop him, the fourth highest centre-back. Ampadu, as we drop him to centre-back, would mean that we can then sell on Joe Rodon at 28 years of age, valued at £15.5 million. In fact, I'm going to do that. I am going to, at least at the moment, action this change, and we'll wait and see what you guys in the comment section make of it. Archie Gray, still potential to be special, will certainly continue to rocket in growth. We expect him to be 88 or 89 rated by this time next year. Jack Clark currently peaked but grew by 4 this year. Expect him to kick on next year as well. Somerville's still going. 86 and still with potential to get yet further. He's on the right development plan for now as well. Chaibi, not peaked, still growing. Good. Expect him to continue to do so. Certainly expect him to be able to be utilised in a number of different positions next season. Jamie Shackleton, we will sell next year. I'm sorry, it's happening. Sam Greenwood, peaked, but could get into the 80s next year if he continues to grow that way. I don't anticipate that he will with the minimal first-team football he's had this year. Maybe we sell Shackleton and Greenwood and sign someone else to come in at centre mid as well as backup alongside Alex Scott, who hopefully will also continue to grow as well. Up 3 this year, could actually improve slightly quicker as a ball winning rather than box to box, but I'd rather he improved in his more attacking stats than his defensive stats because we're going to buy a CDM. Or at least that's the anticipation anyway. Ruter peaked at 86. You guys still, I imagine, want Ruter to stay, so I won't look to move him on yet. Joe Gelhardt, still growing. Hasn't grown massively well this year. Could grow better in another manner, so we'll do that, and he will hopefully be 82 rated sooner rather than later. Donnelly still growing. Morton still growing. Teixeira we've just brought up. A lot of the youngsters that have gone out on loan have grown well, but still aren't quite at first team levels. Nicola Pepe we will sell and look to sign another winger. Again, all of those out on loan currently. Jackson Giles could maybe come in and do a job. At 75 rated, but we probably need someone slightly better. Bamford's leaving as his contract expires. Slojek's peaked. Peru has peaked. Joseph still just isn't growing enough. I'm sorry, he just isn't. So I may well look for another striker, but probably not. We'll probably just send him out on loan again and be happy with Slojek and Peru. Peru with 26 goals. Slojek only with 8 actually, but a lot of those appearances were substitute appearances, so we won't really be too judgmental with him. Contreras up by 7 this year, so great growth for him, but still not anywhere near the starting lineup. So the youngsters aren't going to impact the starting lineup, I don't believe. And certainly we should have the finances to improve elsewhere. With regards to Patreon players, obviously no movement at present from the last time I showed you them, so by all means do pause and have a closer look at your overall rating and face card, so to speak, stats on the right hand side here. I'll give you a slightly more closer look at the spreadsheet, etc. at the beginning of next season, when obviously we find out if any of you are going to move elsewhere, etc., and what your starting ratings will be for Season 4. Season 4 may well be the last season of this Leeds save. It depends how successful we are. It also may well not be the last season of this save. We shall wait and see how things progress. Hopefully we'll be successful. But there is obviously very much the expectation for me to not be successful. We've got a big step to make in the Premier League. We've lost an FA Cup final. We've lost the European final. We are not necessarily match winning, trophy winning in our in the pattern of play for us. We won the championship though, so there's that, right? Join me tomorrow for episode 1 of season 4 of the Leeds United Career Mode, where hopefully we can set ourselves up beautifully for the pattern of losing cup finals and not winning trophies to change. Fingers are crossed. Thank you very much for watching. Join me tomorrow. I'll see you then.